Listeners, I am in some very prestigious company. I not only have one, but I now have two Red Rooster quarter time goal kickers.
Yeah, good.
Boys, how we doing?
Excellent.
Excellent.
Oh,
Gocsy?
very good now that we get presented like that.
Yeah,
Introduced like that. It's like how you got, like doctor.
Yeah, we got titles now.
Yeah.
Now, Marshy, yours was a bit of a classic. Was it a drop hunter or was it a snap?
There's a snap.
Yeah, no, much prefer Gocsy's.
Yeah.
Absolute piss weak kick that just somehow dribbled through.
Oh,
Stephen Milne style.
I didn't come here to be inside. No.
That's gone.
I will say, I got my first one from the pocket and there was a bit of luck in there. But then I also feel like then I hit the post in front and I don't feel like it was that bad of a kick.
It came off all right.
Yeah.
Were you thinking about your celebration too hard?
I was pretty buggered from the run too.
And he's got 4 more to go.
Hey, it's serious. Who wants to do a beep test?
I know. 'Cause it's also like you're thinking of so many things like, will I get them all in? Because you got to what is it? A minute or something to do?
90 seconds.
Yeah.
Not the crunch time.
Be the longest 90 seconds of your life, I reckon.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I reckon we need to use this platform to send a direct message to Red Rooster. I think that I reckon you'd be with me, Gocsy, on this one. The strip subs, the OG rippers.
Yeah.
They used to be strips. Now they're just, the chicken they've got now, like the boneless pieces and that. They've gone away from the strips. So I want them to bring back the strips. Would you agree?
I didn't realize this was going to turn into a Red Rooster segment, but
We as champions of the Red Rooster world, I feel like we need to be brave and use our voice because I just want the strips back.
Well, it's funny because I didn't realize all the details of it, and I didn't realize was it a voucher per goal you get?
Oh yeah, you get a voucher.
But then I'm thinking that would have been even more pressure on me then.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So was that just like a nice little surprise after?
Yeah. They're like, I really honestly did not know, and then they said, "Here's your voucher." I got one, and I thought they were going to say like, "Because you didn't complete it all, you get nothing." Or
Oh
whatever.
no. They look after you down at Red. What are you going to spend your voucher on?
Oh, it's hard to know. Probably like family meal, with the old peas and chips and gravy and all that. Classic family meal.
Their peas are great.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
They still have the packs that had like the tin foil, where it's yeah.
That was one of the worst moves that MCG ever made was getting rid of Red Rooster there.
They got rid of it.
Yeah.
Ages ago. I think it was actually ages ago.
Ages ago, yeah. We just don't play there.
I haven't thought about it in a while. Yeah.
I just went there expecting, my strip sub and it was gone.
All right. Well, how was your weekend, boys? Good.
Saints footy.
38 points. Was it?
It was a thumping.
Yeah, it was about 38 points.
It was a thumping.
It was the most comfortable 6-goal win you probably ever feel. I reckon.
Easy.
It was pretty good. But there's one boy I want to talk about first, and that is DW22.
DW.
Nick Watson is the wizard. I'm calling Darcy Wilson the necromancer because he's bringing our hopes back from the dead.
That's good.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Yeah.
I love the kid. Honestly, the way I haven't really seen it because obviously you see the stats, you see how much he runs.
Yeah.
But I sat on center wing level 3, and my God, the amount of unrewarded running this kid does for a guy who's played about 3 minutes of football is unbelievable. And to top it off, 21 disposals,
3 goals,
10,000 marks, 3 goals.
And I don't I'm not a huge draft guy, but was there hype? I don't think it was hype around
he was a bit of hype.
He was kind of overshadowed by Caleb Windsor from he got picked up by Melbourne. Because they're very similar. I actually had Windsor rated higher. I like Wilson, I liked his game, but his highlights didn't really show the little things he does.
Yeah.
It was just like, he's a good runner, good athlete, but Windsor just had a bit more tricks in his bag. But
definitely, like looking at the draft, there was just I had him high, but it just goes to show the depth of last year's draft.
Yeah,
and the fact that actually, I thought initially he'd be out of our reach, but then all the other names, true. Like we're a chance of getting a really good player at pick 18 or whatever it was with all the
Sometimes they can do more than what they had to do and the junior reps sides and all that.
Yeah, definitely. And
Pros around me, Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If you're already coming with an elite mindset, you clearly worked hard, put some kgs on. He's had a few Red Rooster vouchers. So I was put on, 7 kgs or whatever it
Well,
is.
it's like that. The kid from Brisbane, did you hear about that? How he had to play in the VFL, played a full game, then was named the sub or so. There was a late out, so he was named as the sub. Had to play within the first half. And he said, after the game, that he had a pre-game feed of Maccas, like a big because he wasn't expecting to play, so he just downed a bunch of Maccas. I reckon that's what Dusty Wilson does with Red Rooster.
I actually wondered about. I don't think there's a hard and fast rule that you shouldn't play 2 games, but I wonder if the players' associations try to.
Does he get doubled a paycheck or?
You would, you get paid match fees.
Yeah.
Last time that sort of happened, it always seems like, it comes out of nowhere, obviously, but Collingwood, can't remember the player. Might have even, I can't remember the player, but essentially, he just played the same thing, played reserves, rocked up to the game just to watch, and they just, they had a bug or something go through the team, and he's just halfway through a pie, and they're like, mate, we need you to play.
It's like that goalkeeper in the English league, all those years ago, who had up a pie at halftime or something.
Yeah.
It was it was in the lower leagues, but they were playing Arsenal or something, and he was chowing down. Played for Sutton United, I think, in league, it wasn't even in a professional league, and he chowed down this pie at halftime, and he got fined for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think they were both the games were in the same town, but if you're have an interstate away game, you know what I mean? They probably take more emergencies.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And you see the reverse of it every now and then, with Hasty, he got subbed on the game against Port and then played the next day. So
it's always something it's interests me, the whole dynamic of resis. I know a lot of people never even think about it, but also say for emergencies, what I was talking about, it's that thing of you're acknowledged that you're almost there, right? But it can also be bad that if you're not playing, if you keep getting it named as an emergency.
Oh, for sure.
Because sometimes, do you know if they'll often play if they're an depending on the schedule, I guess? Because let's say Zebs are 1 hour or before or after, you can't be both. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You'd just be going extra hard in training, I think.
The VFL fixture in itself is just cooked now that it's...
How many buys have Sandy had? About 3 already?
Something like that. And there's about 40 teams in the comp. And they still call it the VFL, which is cute.
Yeah. And they'll change next year when Port come in, I reckon.
Yeah.
They'll call it AFL2.
And you got these you got these standalones that are God bless them for trying, but they're just not on the same level like Coburg and stuff. I think they just had their first win in a few years.
And it's good that Sandy, they're moving up the food chain. They had the Balance, and then they took down some kangaroos. Not bad.
Just before we get into the nuts and bolts of our miraculous win, I want to talk about what happened pre-game. Marshy, you know about it, but Gocsy, I found our new key defender, right? The security guard at the victory room, get him in. He wouldn't let me in.
Yeah,
wow.
I had to call Marshy or be like, Marshy, can you get me in? The security guard isn't letting me in.
Yeah, Nathan just sends me a message saying, where are you? I'm like, I'm inside. And we're like,
did he give you a reason?
No, because I explained that, hey man, I'm about to go on stage in 5 minutes, to interview, but I'm going in and out, not doing anything else. And he just looks me dead in the eye and he goes, I don't care who you are, or something along to that effect.
Yeah, you got
and I was a bit
you got flexed on hard, and he's just he's like, where are you? I'm inside. Where are you? He's like, I'm out the front. I'm like, come in.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, run us through that experience, Nathan.
That was good. Yeah, my first time properly meeting a couple of players.
Yeah,
haven't really had that exposure before, so that was really fun.
Yeah,
found out that Jack Higgins does not have a pre-game routine, so that's really funny to me. And the boys don't eat Red Rooster after a game; they go for Hungry Jacks.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is very funny because I think Red Rooster's about to pull their sponsorship.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
so because we potted them, and now I've exposed that they don't eat.
West Coast would get so jealous.
Yeah,
they get so jealous because
that's interesting too. Because I wonder. They go up to the train station one to, bit of Hungry Jack's chat.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But do you reckon players get cheap Red Rooster?
Oh, they'd have to.
Yeah.
I reckon if they walk, if it's a big enough player, I reckon they walk in. I reckon if Patrick Cripps walks into anywhere, especially Lygon Street, he'd probably just get a free feed.
He'd get a lot of paper from Vizzy, I suppose.
Isn't that the irony of life? The guys who don't need it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
That's always my go-to gag of Vossel, if he gets him a flag, he'll never have to buy a pizza on Lygon Street again. You know? I just like that image of like that sort of Godfather. You know?
So if we were to have a premiership team with Ross at the helm and all of that, like what would they never have to pay for in their lifetimes? Do you reckon?
Dare iced coffees.
Dares? No, we get dares for free.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't hand them out anymore pre-game, which I have a problem with. I love my dares, right? I'm a big iced coffee fan.
Yeah.
And I like pull your finger out. Give me my free dares pre-game.
Oh, here's a hot tip. Hopefully no one at the club's
Are you about to give like the $5 discount? Just go into Coles and there's your free
I
dare.
reckon just any ride at Luna Park they want.
Yeah, true. You never have to pay entry to Luna Park. Yeah, that's a good one.
No park. Don't have to pay parking at St Kilda Beach.
But dares, like if you go to the social club at Moorabbin, you just walk in there and go, "Can I have a dare?" And you get them for free.
Really?
That is a life pro tip.
Mhm.
That is actually.
You heard it here first. So
Life hack.
So I'll probably just ruin the speed.
I'm going to travel an hour to go get myself a free dare every day.
I'll go there. I'll get one. I
Yeah.
always get one, even if I don't want one. I'm like, I'll get it for later. But yeah, definitely. That's how dares. Because they're not giving them out at the game, so they're just
Tight asses. Seriously. I'm not over that. First is the Palmer on top of the chips, and now it's the lack of free dares.
You're livid.
Oh, honestly. But to the game, Sir Jack Hayes.
Oh,
He's back.
he's a cyborg.
I was this close to writing him off.
Yeah.
At the start of the year, thinking he's just not going to happen. And now I've come a complete 180, and he's going to take us to the promised land.
Because we need a big body down there
Yeah.
too. We got a bit of a mosquito fleet thing happening.
Yeah.
Speaking of big body, like, because we're sitting in the aisle and we get real good side on views of the players. So we had like Kingy and him sort of both walking to the goals, and dead set Hayes is 3 Kings in terms of like his chest circumference. So he's got an absolute barrel of a chest, and him and Marshall, they look the same.
Yeah,
They do.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Marshall a couple of times.
Yeah.
And so did the people at the ground, because when Marshall's lining up for a shot, they just kept the Hayes graphic up there the whole time, like on the big screen. So everyone was confused, and the way to work it out is Hayes is a 1-sock man, Marshall's is a 2-sock man. Like,
Nice. Yeah. I love Marshall's celebrations after that last goal. Like, I love the double high fives every single time. And I'm like, he starts with the one hand, and then he goes for the double high fives. And even though it's the shortest man on the field coming up to him, he still puts the hands up.
Yeah.
And like, no one's reaching that big boy.
Yeah, true. That's a bit of a flex.
Yeah.
Loney would have hated that.
Oh, honestly. Yeah, no, I think it was like Sinclair was the first man. I'm like, come on, just low five. No, but one thing that really impressed me about Hayes is I haven't seen this in years. He led inside 50. I haven't seen that.
And it was contagious because like then a few other boys started leading.
Yeah.
Darcy Wilson's leading, and
Key defender, key forward, Brad Hill.
Hey, Bradley. Can we talk Bradley?
Yeah,
please.
we can.
I want to talk Bradley. I love that fella.
He's good.
He's good.
He's low key, in my opinion. It's fact. He's been my favorite player this year.
Yeah. No, I think he's starting to deliver on the contract in his last year, ironically.
Yeah, that's it.
He's had his moments, but I think this is the first time where you kind of know what you're going to get from him every week. Like, he's kind of always been 3 weeks will be really elite, and then he'll just, absolutely like crap it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll have another 3 good weeks, and then he'll have a week, even a couple of weeks in a row where the supporters will just turn on him.
Yeah.
And I think now he's probably the most consistent player, I think, in the first.
He's been
how many rounds a win? 7?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like just his efforts, man, just back and forth. You talk about the two-way running, like him and Darcy, and it's like, Mason Wood back in the team and Nasai. Like, we just got so many blokes who just keep buttering up and going, and like Burnsy, like it's good to see. And blokes like Bradley Hill. Bradley is our barometer.
Yep.
Bradley the barometer is what I'm going to call him.
I'm his biggest critic, but Dougal Howard.
Dude.
That was the best game I've seen from him in about 3 years, I reckon.
I just loved him going up and just the one grab clunks.
Yeah. He still had his like Dougal moments, what I'm calling Dougalisms.
How good was his spoil on the ground? He jumped on the grenade. There was a moment.
Like, he still had this like moment. It was like in the first 5 minutes. I watched the replay back today, the KO mini, and it was the very first where Larky was already on the ground. He marked it, but Dougal for some it was about 2 seconds delayed, but he still went to go spoil the ball, and he fell into the ground. So in turn, Larky just got up and went inside 50 for a Kangaroo's goal. Like that's a Dougalism.
Yeah.
But
and let's be honest, the world wouldn't be the same if there weren't moments like that.
how good's our 2 key defenders in? We have Zane Cordy and Dougal Howard. We have the 2 most meme-worthy key defenders going, I reckon.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And
That's what it's about.
Never a boring game.
100%. It adds charm. So I feel like if Doogie can do that, do his job, but also give us some moments where like, oh, Doogs, like you rascal. I don't mind it.
What do you reckon of Webster's new nickname?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they were going all day about that.
His first disposal had to be a turnover, didn't it? I just saw it happen. I said to the guy next to me, I'm just like, this kick is going to get turned over.
Yeah.
And I could not believe that it was dead in front. I'm like, at least turn it over in the pocket.
Yeah, that's right. Not in the corridor.
Yeah. Then I think his next one as well was also a turnover.
It was a near turnover.
Near turnover? Yeah.
Because, he went to Steely and it nearly was a turnover. But just having Jimmy back there, he's straightened us up so
It took a while to get into it, but
yeah.
I think once he did, I think, and he stopped letting the voices from the crowd get to him. And he just like, I've got a job to do. And that's to nail Paul Curtis. And I think he did a pretty good job.
100%.
Yeah.
And when they threw him at nearly into the fence after the play had stopped, they're pulling in, and then they come in.
As the game went on, they just started attacking him more and more. I'm like, this is the start of the game, and then
let it all
just
out.
Right now, because you're losing by 7-8 goals, you don't need to belt him into the rosy.
Jimmy needed to do the hug. We talked about it last week.
No, I'll blow the kiss.
That would have started fights. But if he had just gone up and just given him a cuddle, what can you do?
I do wonder, when they shook hands after the game. Well, what do you say? Because you've been belting him all game.
I thought we had it under control the game though. They were probably pulling a few goals out of their bum to stay in it. Not in it.
Well, I actually thought their goals were all of them, well, at least most of them were we could have prevented if we just were a bit tighter or a bit cleaner. Yeah. I really don't think they should have kicked more than 4 or 5 goals. I don't think they were that impressive. I think for the first time, I saw just how in disarray they are. Yeah. The structure just is not there.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah. They've got a way to go, but geez, give them a couple of years.
That Wardlaw.
Oh man.
Him and Wilson, when they came together, and Wardlaw didn't even hesitate to check if he was bleeding.
Yeah.
It was mental. And I'm like, that kid.
Yeah, he's the warlord.
He's the warlord. So we have the necromancer, we have the wizard, now we have the warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So that'll be a tantalizing rivalry.
I think so. Yeah.
What did you boys think about Rossi sending him back on, or not?
I think it was Wilson. He just said, "I'm good. No head clash."
Yeah,
he just winded. I love it. I think if a 8 gamer can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Because it sends a message. As Ross, I think that's what Ross said.
Yeah.
This is we're stronger than what the media is perceiving us to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I found it not an odd one, but it was different. We haven't seen one of them before.
No.
And watching the replay, I can't remember which commentator it was. Actually go, that's that would have been the message from exactly what it was. And from the if he's fine, stay out there.
Yeah.
And a little bit. It was good to see. He's a good boy, Darcy.
I honestly, I think I haven't loved a player since Mateus Filpo.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Speaking of, does Mateus get a spell this week? I know we're talking. We'll get into next week, but since you just brought up his name,
I think he does because I called with Higo out, Butler out. The small forward area to play him predominantly in front of the sticks, and I think he spent a fair bit of time in the forward line.
Yeah,
and look, he had some really good efforts, and he had cracked in all day, but he just seemed a bit off the pace. There was a few moments where he got himself in a really good position on the lead to take a grab, and the ball just went straight past him.
Yeah,
or he dropped. It just he needs to sharpen up.
Analysis is that I don't know what his role is, and that's the same with Machito. Yeah, I don't know. Are they a midfielder? Are they a forward? Are they just a utility? Yeah, which is I don't think that's the right way to go about it, because I think they're going to be midfield stars.
Yeah,
I don't know what their plan.
It's kind of like
what's the plan with them?
It's kind of like the Burns situation as well.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, they need to bed down position, but Now, Pooh, I think the biggest one for him is that he needs to go back to Sandy just to dominate a game. He needs to remember what it's like to dominate a game.
I can't remember who I said this to, but I just basically said it. He will have one game. It doesn't matter if it's in the AFL, the VFL, or the VAFA, right? He'll have a game where he gets 32 and 5, and that will just unlock it.
100%.
Honestly, get him in the under 14s.
Yeah.
Get him in the Oz kick at halftime. Let him just dominate. Remember what it's like, and then off he goes.
Because there's so many different, definitely, and there's so many different ways you can kind of look at it, and in what it'd be interesting to know what the actual education plan is for him. I
just don't know what he's doing. Like, what is his role? That's my whole problem with what we're doing with these kids.
Well, I don't want to get too caught up. I don't want to harp on the past because you want to move forward. But I've identified an issue of it's easy for guys to burst out of the blocks, but it's that second and third year.
Oh, yeah.
Like replicating it again and again and again.
Oh, definitely.
Or even just guys kicking on and going to that, because I remember, I shouldn't pick out guys, but let's say someone like Gresham where it's like,
the world's at your
and it was that thing of like, and that's where you get sort of worn down where people going, imagine what he's going to be when he goes to the next level. And I'm like, well, let's see it. Because I've heard that many times of, shouldn't pick a name, but maybe like someone like Jack Stephen where he was very good, but can you go to another level?
The problem with Jack Stephen is he played for us in probably our worst years since the 80s.
And the time we get good, 2020, he left us. I reckon we're winning a flag. We had Stuv in 2020.
Every single day I wake up and just imagine what it would be like with 2017, 2016 Jack Stephen in this team.
Well, that's going to be Paddy Dow. That's Daddy Power.
He needs to start getting the ball a bit more in VFL.
Yeah.
He hasn't been, he's been good, but you can't be just good in VFL. You have to be great.
But have you seen his side steps?
Oh, but the other part of me is if we can just,
they're ankle breakers.
Yeah, if we can just add him to our midfield, problem solved. We're going to get 20 more clearances a game.
Mate, I was watching the Sandy game and Daddy Power, when he gets it, he's actually taking the piss with his side steps.
Yeah.
He's taken he's sliding so far, and then it's kind of unnecessarily so, but he makes it work in that he just exaggerates the side. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
And he's just he's out.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone who does any side steps, really.
No. Jones likes to do it, but
he gets caught every time. He side steps before he gets the ball. Because it's sort of like the goose step what they do in rugby league, when it's like they take the ball and they're going, as they're about to approach their hit up, they do the goose step, but they're not trying to get around them. It's going to throw you off a little bit. But you get tackled every time.
And then he gets caught up in the push and shove. I've got to make up for my error and show him a tough guy.
The steam's coming off his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a huge Zach fan.
But who else is a side stepper? I reckon Liam Henry's a
I was about to say Henry. He likes it.
Maybe we could have it for one of the hymns, like, here comes the side step.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of Henry and hymns, we serenaded him. Well, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't know the words yet, but that was good. Getting the whole room just to.
Mate, I wish we had that on camera.
That was because you could just tell he didn't know how to react. He was laughing, but he was just like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. So listeners, we're doing. Me and Nathan are doing the
It was like a Q&A. Yeah.
And so we finished it up. I dished out about a whole bunch of hymns throughout the room to everybody, and had a strong aisle 29 presence in there. And I asked him, I go, so when it's your birthday and you're out in a public space like a restaurant, how do you feel when you get a real public happy birthday? And he took the question real serious, and he's like, I hate it. And he was giving examples of like Sonny Walters just like stitching him up all the time, and just a few examples of that. And I was just expecting it's not right, or no, I don't mind it. But he really hated it. And I'm like, you're going to hate this, mate. And I'm like, all right, everyone, turn to page 2 of your hymns. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And then, serenaded him with a little bit of a wee pinch lamb.
I've actually put the hymns book on my fridge. I'm going to study it every night. Yeah, that's my yearly homework.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And lastly, on the hymns, or the R29, if you don't
Loving
mind.
your shirt.
It's a fresh shirt.
Yeah.
So, people can buy one if they want. Dougie will be able to get it done for you. But what I must say, the crowd, 27,009.
Pretty good.
There was 27,009 people turned up. I like that. I thought that was a pretty good number considering we were expecting 20,000.
20,000, I think, was the.
There would have been maybe 5,000 north there. Maybe.
That's been generous.
I reckon so.
What was with the pink caps? Did you see that at the
That
north
was
end?
for the gender based violence.
Okay, yeah.
crew, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which we'll touch on that right now because I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
Really well done, and we do it for Spuds rounds and a few other things perhaps, but where you just have that moment of silence and and sort of take in the message, or that was really powerful. I thought, and so I like that stance from the AFL. But anyway, so in the aisle, Saints North 435, not 440.
Give us so AFL. Can we have our Sundays 440 back? Just
Please.
one. Just we. I don't know. I think I checked the fixture.
You want 440 back?
I want 440s back.
You got this. What's it called? Is it Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, no.
When you start to
it feels like home.
your
Right?
capital.
There is nothing better than 3 o'clock on a Sunday. It's like time for Saints footy.
No.
I got to I think I got to Sunday and I'm like, I know we just played yesterday, but I still feel
There is no grimier feeling than you've played 440, you've just been pumped, and it's like 10:30 and you're at the platform and you're at work the next day. You're like, I hate my life, but I don't at the same time.
And also, like everything else is wrapped up. It's just the last game.
Yeah, that's it. No one cares.
Like they're even like the AFL is doing articles about like what we learned from this round.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And like 360's already getting like the promos of what's to come this week, and then it's everything but St Kilda unless it's bad. But anyways, just quickly on the aisle against North, the aisle's been going since 2016, boys, and it was the most heaving it's ever been. Top 3 crowd we've ever had in there.
What's number 1?
Richmond's 2017.
Oh, yeah.
And the Geelong game last year. Basically not a spare seat in the house. But what I loved about it is we made some mates down at the St Kilda Sports Club. Fresh Australians, let's call them. From all different countries. They haven't got a team, and maybe one of their mates does. Goose, our mad producer, he's brought his crew of, international mates. And we had about 20 we made about 20 new Sainters on the weekend. Like they came in and just good energies. So, and just a whole bunch of other people wanted to get into it. And it was just fantastic is all I'm trying to say. And people listening, if you want to get into the aisle, jeepers, you better do it quick because seats are going fast. Because
you might have to rebrand to 29 and 30, I reckon.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, we moved from 30 to 29 because we had to expand.
Yeah. Were you actually called aisle 30 or was it just?
Nah, well, you weren't. Early days. Yeah. We rebranded.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. I think the big talking point, especially on the Facebook groups, was about our number 12, Maxi.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was his first game back.
Yep.
But it's been the same issue for a while now, where he kind of, if he doesn't go his way straight away, he cracks it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give the second effort. Or if he does, it's very like half-baked.
Just didn't seem,
He didn't seem right. Whether it's mentally or physically, he just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
What was his injury? Was it before?
It was in the GWS.
Was it the knee?
Yeah, I think so. And he
doesn't look fit.
Nah.
Because he's not running.
He's not.
I feel like...
Especially because Jack Hayes showed him up with how to lead.
Yeah. I definitely reckon he's under some cloud where he just can't get on his bike because if he can run, then it's just not smart footy because he's playing on Aiden Core, Who is
Aiden Core?
He's good. I wanted us to get him. He's from the Giants. He's a top 10 pick back in the day, and he's just a solid key defender. He's their best defender at North. He's always injured.
Not so much.
Oh, it's not, but it was Anyway, so King's got him, and he's a gorilla, Aiden Core, and King's just locking in just for these 1-on-ones. Nah,
Get on your bike. Yeah,
get on your bike.
It was just frustrating because I didn't see it once. He was getting into a wrestle every time. It just was not working.
Yeah. So
I know the delivery wasn't good. I fully take that on board.
Yeah.
But also make it happen. Make it happen.
I'm going to give this a however. I'm putting my little coach's hat on. This is Rossi's beanie. He lends it to me.
Aliens.
It's dead set. If you bomb it to King, if he doesn't mark it, rarely is the opposition going to mark it.
Yeah.
So I think that just creates ground floor opportunities. So I think that's a part of our plan. And by him doing that, he attracts 2 defenders all the time. Wherever he goes, he's the shark. He's got the guppy sharks, or whatever, the little school of fish underneath him. But that leaves the Jack Hayes to go do what he wants.
Yeah.
It leaves Membry to have more opportunities. So I feel like he's the anchor, and he just keeps everything a little bit separated.
Frees up someone else to.
Yeah. So I think there is a bit of I think there is a little bit of direction behind maybe not getting on the bike. Who knows?
Who knows? No one knows what Ross is cooking up inside his brain. I don't think Ross knows half the time.
Yeah.
I reckon he gets 2 game days. Like, that's actually a good idea.
It's kind of, not to harp on that thing I was talking about before, but it's that same thing of wanting guys to go to that next level. And they don't really do it.
Because Max, Max has all the talent in the world. He really does.
I was defending him to people. It was because last year he had missed a lot, but he had those he was kicking some big bags, 5, I think.
No, he's the king.
Yeah,
he's the king. And
but the previous season I was defending him because I think he ended up 6 on the goal kicking tally.
Yeah,
and if you're in the
he's already kicked 50+ goals in a season as a 23-year-old.
Yeah, something like that.
That's Saints footy, mate. He'll be fine. I just don't get the hate. I don't get the hate.
No, the hate is misguided.
It's misguided because you don't know what's going on. And look,
long-term Saints.
Yeah.
People, I guess, were around for Plugger. You're not going to get that modern day.
Nah.
Who's it now? Kerno's a big kicker.
Well,
he kicks 3, sometimes 4.
Yeah.
I say the closest thing is Hawkins, but even then, I think he hasn't kicked a goal in about 4 weeks.
And Hawkins is, to be honest, he's probably in that gorilla mode.
Yeah.
He's probably more
Charlie Dixon.
He's probably going to be not last.
People haven't adjusted to the modern game of you're not going to get your 5 and 6 bags. You get
every week.
4's a bag now. 3.
And if Max does start getting the Curnow free kicks, then he's going to kick 100.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I know that his only goal came from a free kick. Thank God. Because
I didn't see it, but I'm assuming he flopped.
No, he was just being held.
Oh, okay.
And, but there was some moments where he got dicked for pushing in the back that I don't think they were there.
Yeah.
Or 50-50s at best.
Yeah.
But ultimately, he gave himself 4 good opportunities. So he could have easily, in my opinion, had a 3-4 goal game. And everyone's going, oh, he's the king.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, I think start to get reputations for guys, and if you're known for begging for a free, they'll just ignore you probably.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Umpires, don't need to talk about them. But I lost my cool, boys.
Yeah.
I called him because there's no projected swearing in the aisle, but I called an umpire a yellow turd.
That is very offensive.
I reckon he heard it too.
Yeah, I think that'd be actually a compliment back in the 80s.
Sorry?
That'd be a compliment back in the 80s and 90s, considering some of the language I'm going to guess was around.
I like the classic generic. What was that for? Mainly because I genuinely often don't know. What was it for? I just really want to know.
My one's just I bet that one stung umpire when they eventually give us a free kick.
Yeah.
I need to work on my repertoire.
The old Bronx cheer.
Yeah.
Just before I get to the prestigious saddle, the LDU audition, I wasn't impressed.
He just lost 150K.
No, seriously, that's what 12, 13 million a year they reckon. Well, not a year, sorry, over the contract. I don't think he even hit a target on by foot, which I know that's what North fans are digging all the time, but I personally haven't seen it. Oh, I saw it. He was doing Seb Ross kicks.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of hacks it up.
Yeah.
And I'm I was just getting flashbacks to the 2015 mold.
Do you know why? Because Jackie Steele, he put on his tagging boots. He saw the number 9 because he did it to Cripper. He went Crips mode.
He's like, that's my number.
Yeah, that's my number. He gets real defensive about his number. So he's like, no, buggy. So he was wearing him like a glove and had a pretty good influence, Steely.
I was just thinking, like, Rory Sloane just retired. He's wearing number 9.
Yeah.
Don't steal Jack's number.
That's it. Because he didn't want to come up against Steely
there was a
again.
guy behind me. He was a North supporter. He was like the language he used. I actually had to turn around and tell him to stop.
Yeah, right.
Because it was the language you would think North were a top 4 contender with the language he was carrying on about, like, oh, this player is this player is that, carrying on like a pork chop.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, mate, surely you're used to this by now.
Mm-hmm.
You have a young team. It's okay.
Yeah, right.
Like, he used a couple of terms that were just not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to obviously repeat them.
Okay.
But I just had to turn around. I rarely do this kind of like confrontation, but I had to turn around and be like,
that's enough.
Yeah. Like, it's just not,
Yeah.
Like, I think it happened in the 4th quarter. I was just like, mate, it's okay. He was calling like Sheasel, like their star boy.
What?
He was yelling at Sheasel. And I'm like, mate, relax. Like, you've got to be used to it.
North would be a tough place to be.
Yeah, I think it's just anger. I think it's just, and I'm like, if it's going to make you that angry though, just
I think
go home. Yeah.
The hard thing, because they kind of celebrated when they got Clarkson, like that was
they thought. I think they thought Clarko was going to turn things around, but
he's coming home.
Yeah,
jeez, yeah. Clarko, he sucks.
Yeah.
So the saddle. This is going to be the first non-Saints related one, but there was one thing that happened during the week that just made me giggle.
Well, you gave it to Mark Rashudo, didn't you?
Oh yeah, no, dude. Sorry, so this is the second in a row. Sam Draper did his comments about Bevo. I've never heard of a player that has gone at another club like that.
He went Damien Barrett.
He did.
Kane Corns, if you will.
Yeah, it was just shocking. For those who don't know, Sam Draper was on a podcast and he basically said that he's spoken to a couple of the Bulldogs boys and that if Bevo's still in charge next year, they're all pissing off. Which you cannot do as a contracted player in the AFL for an opposite, let alone for the team Bulldogs, but like definitely not as a opposition player.
That was great. That's really good for us because like Bulldogs obviously are around our area. Essendon are around our area, I think.
Yeah.
And I reckon it would have rattled both clubs.
Yeah.
A bit. It just upset it a little bit of harmony. And Doggies loses a Hawthorn. Like,
Well, should we talk about a couple of the other games then? Yeah, so I did have Bevo. Did you see the statement that they put out today? Yeah. He's got the full support of the board. And it was just all laugh reacts on the post. It was very funny. And Bulldog supporters, not that you'd be listening to a Saints podcast, but if you are, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is...
Meet Baines, I was dirty when he initially left us.
Yeah.
Because he was groomed to be our next CEO.
Don't like that, yeah.
And I like to meet, but he's been a bit iffy. Why is Bevo still there?
No, you can't, yes, he won you your second flag and he's probably your greatest ever coach.
Yeah.
But he's a dinosaur.
Well, yeah.
His tactics are outdated.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jack McRae is not a halfback flanker. Yeah. Caleb Daniel is a good footballer.
He's gone the Malthouse route.
Yeah.
I think.
Kind of blowing it up from the inside.
Yeah.
But I thought, if you're Bont, surely you have a say. And you'd be like, he cannot be the coach.
I just hate it that we're the team that copped it from Bulldogs. I reckon we're going to be the only team to.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, no. I reckon Richmond are going to cop it this week.
I did squiggle, and I only had Bulldogs winning 2 or 3 more games for the rest of the year.
Yeah, right.
They're just not it.
So Draper got your saddle?
He did. I was going to give it to Mason Wood because thank you, Mason, for being the first St Kilda listed player to follow me. Sorry, thought I'd just plug that out there.
See the first one?
He was the very first one. I think it was my first ever interaction. I've had a couple, but he was my first ever follow.
Okay.
And so now me and Mason are best mates. We're meeting up for drinks every single Thursday night.
Every single Thursday night. He'll cook you dinner.
He will. He'll teach me how to eat right like he did Nazaya.
Well, I saw you, the question.
One
of your questions got through.
Yeah, that was for Bonner. Yeah, Riley Bonner.
The Maxi Bond. Yeah, no, so I love my Maxi Bonds.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. Yeah. I just assume are you getting lots of questions getting through? I was assuming you would have remembered that.
That was last week. My very first question. The most important question is what was Riley Bonner's favorite Maxi Bond flavor? And he chose the worst one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Honeycomb is not a good flavor.
Do you reckon? I reckon the more the games go on, the more Bonner to me looks like D-Mac.
Yeah,
Out on
absolutely.
the field, he's starting to look like D-Mac.
Number 36 as well.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's what's
Yeah.
frying me. Because I think, like, visually, he's like if Hunter Clark and D-Mac had a baby.
I see that.
I reckon that's Bonner.
Yep.
But throw in the 36 and it's just like D-Mac's the daddy for sure.
Yeah.
Like, get him on Murray Povich. That's happening.
How was BT calling Horn Francis, the horny one? Did you catch that?
No, I heard about it.
A bit too self-aware now, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think he definitely had that written down.
I can't stand BT. He sucks.
And then my favourite game plan of the weekend was Carlton letting Nick Dacos do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good
That was, I told you, I said it before. The only thing
That was in the Marshy
I
pocket.
almost enjoy a Carlton loss
Yeah.
better than a Saints win. Almost.
I was 100% more excited for Carlton losing
Yeah,
that game.
especially in that style. Like, it had to be Dacos. As soon as it happened,
Oh.
I'm like, there was no other player on that field who was kicking that goal.
Oh, and Carlton. Oh, just seeing their carry on as well. Like, yeah, anyone would have thought that. I don't know what anyone would have thought, but you've just lost it by a kick to the reigning premiers on a night where clearly you haven't played very well.
Mm.
Or not very well, but lucky to kind of be in that. Maybe, I don't know. Just the end result.
Oh,
They were in it to win it, and they just didn't get the bickies. And anyone would have thought they'd been flogged.
No,
by
seriously.
100 points.
If you went to their big footy board, you would think that the season's over.
Yeah.
Which they were saying. They were generally all saying that's it. Time to call the list. And I'm like,
Okay.
you just lost to a last minute goal against the premiers.
The memberships are on the kitchen table, I reckon.
No, seriously. Like they're getting close.
They're put on the counter.
But half of them were calling for, they're like, oh, we need to call the list. We need to get new coaches around Voss. And I'm like, aren't you like equal sixth right now or something like that? But
Yeah, but you'd love to see it though, don't you?
You got one taste of finals and they've gone Chopo now.
no, yeah, seriously. But like, and again, they lost one game.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
And like you've got like the Bulldogs who, again, back to Bevo, he's just derailing. He's just killing them at the minute, or at least the short-term Bulldogs. He's just like, no, we're not winning a flag this year. I don't care what happens. I'm burning the joint down and I'm claiming insurance. But
Inside
even like the Bulldog, they've just lost to Hawthorn, who they suck.
Yeah, they
But
do.
their fans, they're just like, oh, you know, you've been great. All these platitudes, like you've been excellent, Bevo, but I think it's time for you to move on.
Yeah.
Whereas Carlton, they're like, yeah, like you're saying, they're like, oh, you know, F this person, get them out, blah, 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 blah.
It's my favourite feeling is going to opposition big footy boards and they
Oh.
just are losing it. And Carlton's the worst at it.
Yeah.
Them Bulldogs, at least I understand. Because I think all of them, you would almost Ken Hinkley levels with how Port, I reckon Ken Hinkley could win the next 3 flags and they'd still want him gone.
That's it. But like, you don't see like the Bulldogs, they don't like bag any of their players. It's all just directed at the coach. They're fed up with Bevo, but like, you know.
Because like I think on paper, they should be at least a top 6 team every year.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
With their 19 key forwards they play every week. And they have like 2 more coming, I think. Who
are we getting? Who are we getting Rory Lobb? He sucks.
No, we have Jack Hayes. We don't need Rory Lobb anymore. Yeah.
Hayes is now our second most important player.
Who's the first?
Marshall.
Big call. Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon them too, because Hayes adds something.
He does.
He adds something.
Yeah. Just before we get to a bit of a break, halftime siren's almost around the corner.
Yeah.
The new food at Marvel. I was a bit shocked. So first of all, I didn't realize there's now escalators up to level 3. I'm a level 3.
Oh, is it?
There's no more ramps. Well, there might
That
be.
would be a record.
But now there's a direct escalator.
How big is it?
It's huge. I feel like I was on it. I felt like it was quarter time by the time I got up there.
That's a game changer.
But so first of all, yay! My weekly workout's gone.
yeah, true.
Right. But yes, you get to the top, and then I noticed there was like 2 right where I usually sit in aisle 38.
Yeah.
There was I think it's a hunky dory fish and chips.
Yeah.
And is it Gammy Korean chicken or Gami?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in heaven.
Chicken and chips.
Yeah. Anyways, I got the Korean chicken. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. But my biggest gripe was I didn't realize until after I paid was they don't list the prices unless you like turn left at the registers.
Oh.
Like it's not where the food is. It's they're scamming you because when you're paying for it, that's when if you look up, you'll see the prices. And I paid like $19 for Korean chicken and chips for like a small amount. And I think if I realized that, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's family type deal numbers.
Yeah.
When you get up around 19.
Jeez, yeah.
But now
that's a lot.
Now I'm really keen to like take a walk around level 3 and
But just hang on. Let's go back to this escalator. So you're telling me it goes from level 1
Yes.
to level 3.
oh, so there's like
is it going straight? Is it?
no, it's level 1 to level 2. Then like if you literally just go,
Okay.
it's not like one continuous escalator,
That's what I'm thinking.
like a stairway to heaven.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So what? So you go up to
There's
level
fog.
2, and then so it's like you're at a plaza.
well, it's like I don't know. You just walk in and then there's like signs. That
You're
just say,
at a Westfield.
yeah,
Is it one of those ones?
yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's still a very long escalator. Like,
How long did it take you?
I reckon it was a minute and a half. Not really, but you know what I mean. It feels like a long time.
There you go.
And by the time you get up there, it's like the game's over.
I hated doing the stairs. That's why I stopped doing level 3.
Yeah.
Especially being a smoker back in the day. It's just like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
It takes too long to get out.
Yeah.
But with an escalator, geez.
It's a game changer. It is honestly a game changer.
I'd get back on the
Feel
darts
level
and go
3
back
up.
upstairs, yeah.
Marshy, I heard you're making a phone call tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to call Dwayno.
You're going to call Dwayne?
Yeah,
Oh, you're going to be, what's your name going to be?
Midday Madness.
Midday Madness, Marshy
No
from
one-
mile 29.
What is it? Everyone gets through.
Yeah, you call, you get on.
Yep.
So I'm going to give him a call tomorrow, and because we're talking at the platform after the game, just a quick segue. So good to be able to go to the platform and celebrate a win. We haven't been able to do it since the Geelong game last year. It's been a long time. Anyways, I was chatting to some of the boys there, and they made mention about the Carlton game. We're talking about the crowd. The Carlton game at the end of the year is at Marvel. I'm calling Dwayno saying he needs to lift for the Saints. We need to go to the G. We need that game to be moved to the G because Carlton are whinging about, and rightfully so, like they turn up. Like, you know, I respect Carlton for that. They've always turned up. Even when they've been terrible, they turn up. So, and it's shit as a Saints fan because you're actually like sweating to get tickets and it's a scramble and, you know.
Not a usual thing as a Saints fan.
No, that's right. That's right. You know, so, and it's in our home. It's at our home as well.
Yeah.
So you just feel even that more like taste of disrespect. So, but what I would like is for, Richmond and Gold Coast are playing at the G. Righto. Send them, like no one turns up to Richmond games anymore. So may as well go to Marvel.
Yeah.
Go there and have fun. And Carlton get their wish of having another game at the G. And what it does for us is like, you know, Carlton will have their 60, 65,000 and we'll bring out 10, 15,000.
Don't be like that, mate. 27 on the weekend.
Yeah, true. All right, we'll bring out 22,000.
Yeah.
We'll bring out 22,009. We'll bring 22,009 Sainters to the G. So that all of a sudden, that's like an 80,000, you know, atmosphere. Last game of the home and away season. If we're not playing finals, then what better way to kick off your preseason under that kind of, you know, that scrutiny of just playing in front of that hostile environment that Carlton bring.
Yep.
You couldn't ask for anything more on the home of football. So, yeah, I'm calling Dwayno tomorrow.
Yeah. And do you know what all Dwayno's going to say to that? Yeah, good.
Nah, because I've worked it out because if you call, like the ones that he has a chat to, they call him Dwayne. So I'm going to just don't call him Dwayno.
So
don't call him Dwayno.
You gotta like, do you reckon he's on a bit of a script when people call him Dwayno? And like calling him Dwayne kind of like snaps him out of it.
He's a proper man because he's from Adelaide, so he speaks the Queen.
Call him Mr. Russell.
I'm going to call him Mr. Dwayne Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if he like sort of tries to sort of like legitimately answer it, where he'll talk about there's contracts in play.
Well, that's it. Like I reckon Carlton, they've got enough cash that essentially, like I don't know, they could give the money. I don't know, they can work it out. They can bloody well work it out because, you know, games get moved from Geelong. Like they don't play finals in Geelong or whatever, vice versa. They don't play home games at Geelong when they've got a big crowd. Why can't they do that for us? And send us there.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. So we're playing in Tassie. I'm going.
Wow.
So I really wanted to.
Who are you going with?
Just myself.
Just yourself?
Just myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How intrepid
So
of you.
I don't have any friends.
There's a few R crew going.
Are they?
I'll link you in.
Yeah. No, but I asked the listeners, followers of the Sad Sainter, so give us a follow. How would you improve Tasmania? Because, Tasmania's kind of like the little brother, just kind of gets picked on.
Yeah.
And it's true. They deserve it.
I was talking about, was it last week?
I think last week you
talking about the selling the
Yeah,
games.
you got cancelled, but from Tassie last
you're
week,
not
so-
allowed your passport's been thrown out.
But I was talking about how we don't pick and stick. We go somewhere for a year or two. But this is a perfect example. Like Hawthorn have been there for ages now.
Yeah.
They've really worked out, Lonnie, I think.
Well, they
that's
took,
what
they took our spot.
That's what worries me about Hawthorn.
They're cheeky.
Yeah.
And now they're moving into Dingley. So next minute they'll be
Copycats.
Yeah, they are. They took Waverley Park off from us, and took Tassie, and now they're encroaching on the 3189. It's just not cricket.
Anyway, so number one, this is my favourite one, I reckon. Paul, he said, make Sir Jamie Webster Premier.
Jamie Webster.
And North Melbourne are not coming back. It freaked me out when I found out his name's Jamie and not James.
Really? I thought it was just Jimmy.
No, his real name is Jamie.
What?
Yeah.
That's scandalous.
I know.
How?
I thought it was James.
How
That's weird.
did people know that?
I don't know, because I think I made a post one day and I was like, dude, does anyone ever realize that, like,
Jamie.
yeah, does everyone realize that,
That
like,
changes everything.
yeah, no one
it doesn't look like a
calls him
James.
James. And I'm like, and someone commented, like, his name's Jamie. And I'm like, no, it's not. And then another person commented, it's Jamie. And I'm like, what?
Jeez.
I never even contemplated a Jamie becoming a Jimmy.
No. That's
Anyway.
Because it's already that
that
sound.
is seriously below.
He doesn't look like a Jamie. So,
No, yeah, definitely not.
He's a Jimmy.
So you know what that means? It's like we've got a Machito.
yeah.
So we've got a few
Yeah.
names that are normal, extended, fully.
Yeah, true. But like, just this is big. That's really big to me.
Did you need a moment? Did you know the break?
Yeah, well, because Jamie is what Jimmy should be for James.
Yeah.
Because you're like, James, and then you're just like, oh, Jamie. Like, mate.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Rudy said to give Tasmania to New Zealand.
Okay.
Maybe they can do a better job. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like we just forgotten about them.
They'd be nicer.
Yeah.
They'd be really nice.
The sheep population would go up by about 10,000.
That's it.
Is Hawthorn going to... it doesn't matter.
Taryn says, put a statue of Wilson outside the University of Tasmania Stadium.
Nice.
Oh, no, this is actually my favourite one.
Mm-hmm.
Blake said, give every Tasmanian an egg. They have to keep it on their person at all times. If they can keep it intact for one whole year, they can come live on the mainland.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like a mini game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that it implies that they all want to be here. We're just not allowing them.
Because they can't look after their eggs.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one is from Yuri, and that's just give them internet access.
Oh, jeez. Well, they're getting a roof. That's all right.
Yeah, to get a brand new spanking new team.
Well, we don't have another siren gate, right?
Whispers in the sky.
No more gates.
And we
Let's-
played good in Tassie. We got good
We like Tassie.
representation.
I remember when Sharman kicked 4 and he decided to become a footballer.
That's right.
So let's crack into the game.
Yep.
Playing Hawthorn. Saturday 1:45, I hope.
145.
Got that right?
Another good time for
Again,
footy.
yeah, because I'm going and I need to figure out what day I need to be there.
Yep.
I'm really worried about their mids. They like to run in waves and we don't like it when teams do that. I was watching them against the Bulldogs and they just tore them apart.
But we're getting them in a good time because they got a hiding the week before, didn't they? Was that the game where
like most weeks they get a
where
hiding.
Mitchell they got done by like 80 points or something like that, and Mitchell came out and said, "Oh, if there was no scoreboard, you say the boys in the brown and gold are having a crack."
Yeah. Oh, I understand why he's saying that, but also that's loser mentality in a way.
Such a wimp mentality.
Yeah. I think you've got to not just say, "Oh, we're trying."
Oh mate,
Because now that I think about it, it kind of just sounds like,
That's like
he's admitting his players aren't good enough.
mate, that's like trying to turn toilet paper into cashmere. Like, that's just not happening.
Well, it is that classic thing of like, how they say, those sort of sayings that like losers have meetings, winners have parties and that. And I might have stuffed that up a bit, but
No.
the vibe's there. Because it's the same thing with Clarkson where he's like, only known success for so long. Now he's fumbling these kind of like, he's saying these lines like, oh, we're not where we need to be. And it's like, yeah, thanks, Captain Obvious. We can tell.
So, I'm not scared of Hawthorn at all.
I'm scared, not of Hawthorn, but of going because my record is about 1 in 4. I've been on 4 interstate trips.
So what was the one that you saw that?
Townsville against Gold Coast. It was Nick Hines' debut.
No.
And here I am on the plane,
Jeez.
and then the whole team gets on.
That's it.
Because there's probably only one plane
Actually-
to Townsville per day out of Melbourne. So that was really fun.
I
That was a good day.
I had a bit of a streak going for some smelly games over the year.
Yeah.
I hate.
I went to this Richmond versus Saints game probably almost 10 years ago now. The MCG, it was so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what? You came down here?
I think I might have been living here or something.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just
Wait, where was the game?
MCG.
Oh.
So it was there. It was like one of the last rounds of the season.
Was that when Gresham kicked 6? Are you talking about that one?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, probably
Yeah.
not.
Nah, I know the one that it was because we were a mathematical chance that year. And I crunched the numbers. That was the first time I've ever tried to work out, how the percentage works. So I spent like all lunch and we had to win by like 130 points. We were still a chance.
Yeah, I think that was the game where Gresham kicked 6.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think because I remember doing that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, interstate games. Oh, they're the best when you win, but it's just
What's the best one you've been?
Gold Coast when Gresham kicked that one on the
Yeah.
boundary.
Yeah.
Just the comeback. I love a comeback. But the most recent one was when we rolled the Giants in Monaco.
Oh, was that Battle decided I'm the premier ruckman of the competition?
yeah, could have been.
That's when Hayes did his knee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that game. And that was great. But the Gold Coast one, because we were there with the crew, and that was just party time.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2018, the most irrelevant year of St Kilda.
Yeah.
Your fashion friend,
Mhm.
Liam Henry, I think he's coming back. No, there's no VFL for Liam.
No.
He's coming straight back
the
in.
boss made clear of that, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm so keen. It took him a game and a half, and I just fell in love.
It's been the sweetest romance. Just a real flash in the pan. And it's not sad, but it kind of is in a way that we can just bring in this 22-year-old from another team and immediately he's our barometer.
Yeah. Like he didn't need a settling in period, I guess.
Nah.
He just kind of came in and realized I'm big dog.
He's
You need me to win games.
100%.
And like it's not like we're paying him $1 million a year.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a good player that isn't coming on big money.
Yeah.
To demand that, hey,
That's right.
Yeah.
Like
The big fish.
It was a serious get. I
Yeah.
called it midway through last year.
and we basically gone for free because we traded for GWS gave us their second round pick just so they can get James Leake, and we took Wilson.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's gold.
Yeah.
So I reckon Henry Dow's coming in. I reckon Daddy Powell's in.
I'm going to get to it, but it is, I'll just say it now. My sad saying a certainty because we're talking about the ins.
Okay.
My sad saying a certainty because I'm 2 weeks in a row I've got it because it was score 100 points. And thanks, Rowan, because he kicked the last goal. Kicked the last goal. I got a hometown debut.
Oh.
Ari Schoenmaker is going to make his debut. So this is not even game related, really. So I will know if I failed come Thursday, 6:20.
Mm-hmm.
And Ari's going to make his debut.
I reckon he's going to be a travelling emergency. Does
So
that
what-
count?
No. He needs to, even as a sub, he just needs to get on the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to take him down. So
It's a home. I don't know if he's actually from Launceston, but he's from Tasmania. They all know each other.
Tasmania.
They all know
Okay,
each other anyway.
Yeah,
Their cousins lives in there, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, that'd be nice. And he would know the grounds. He'd be familiar.
Yeah.
Why
he,
not?
one kick, he can get from
And-
defense to forward 50.
I'd have him in instead of Burns, maybe.
I think because you watch him in. He's not he's not really a defender. He's kind of like a floating.
he's become like a wing.
I can't remember where I saw it, but someone
High
mentioned that
halfback.
the coaches reckon he's the best intercept mark we have at the club.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I can't remember where I saw it. It might have been Big Footy or someone in a group chat mentioned it somewhere. But yeah, the coaches really rate him high.
I was going to say internally, Lenny loves him. He reckons he's again one of the most talented blokes he's seen come in.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah.
But just needs to put it together. But yeah, why not? He's been dominating at Sandy.
This year's more of an exploration year than last year. We're playing a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I think Collard's probably due as well. Kicked 3 goals, I think, in the VFL.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the Sandy game, but stats wise, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Their boys did good. It was a really nice game to watch, and all of a sudden we've got that depth back again. So
And Sinclair's a midfielder, as we found out.
he needs to be. He
He's-
needs to just suck it up and say sorry because you got 2 goals, 32 touches.
Yeah.
Oh, jeepers!
Yeah.
Like that's massive.
Mm.
That's what we don't have. So get him, Daddy Powell, Steele. because I don't know what's happening. Yeah, that's gold.
I think our midfield slowly, like I know it was against North, but like I saw, especially with Windhager, I think he's having the most underrated
We didn't talk
year.
about Windy, eh?
We didn't talk about Windy, but he's having the most underrated year. He's becoming a bull.
They got 120 in Supercoach.
Yeah, but like no one brought it up. No one mentioned it. But I walked away from that game thinking, geez Louise, he is a star.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I think I know why we're playing him in back pocket last year, so we can learn how to tackle.
Yep.
But why did we waste him?
Well, that's it. Like, I don't know. I think we've done well with his development. I think he's just hit that sweet spot. And, we desperately need, because he's quick, he's creative, he's hard. Yeah.
That's what I like about him, is it's the second efforts.
Yeah.
Like he'll either get knocked down and then he'll get straight back up.
He's from a basketball background that never gets brought up.
He has a basketball background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got
Scott Pendlebury.
He is
your heart out.
He is Pendles. He is Pendles.
And then we got a Big Bash background coming in soon, hopefully. I don't think we've signed him yet, but we're linked with him. I forget his name.
Well, a Big Bash player.
Yeah, he's I think he must have like got whatever the term is, but delisted from like the Renegades.
Yeah.
Don't know his name. Can't remember it. But
so we're in the running to get him.
it's like us, Collingwood and Geelong, I think. If I remember that they're the teams.
Shit, yeah.
And I think it's going to be like an SSP. Oh, no, what's it, mid-season draft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of, last one from me is the old Liam O'Connell.
Liam O'Connell, yeah.
Liam O'Connell, the Irish fella.
Yeah.
I liked his game. He can kick a footy nicely.
Yeah.
And that's pretty important.
What is he? He's a halfback?
Yeah.
Tanaka? Yeah. So he's Zach, what are you saying to me? He's going to play 200 games like Zach Tui and win us a flag and
100%.
get a crappy rose tattoo on his arm. And
Is it? Yeah. So, he looked good.
Yeah.
I like that. But
any other standouts at the Zeebs that could come in? Like, no, O'Connell's not going to play, but
Jonesy did. He did some nice things. He was all right. Sharman in the back line, really good.
Yeah, really good.
Really good.
Yeah,
he was solid. So
how was Hammer?
Didn't really notice him too much.
No.
But, he led up.
Not that he'd get a game at the moment with Hayes decide. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's it. So, Daddy Power did what he needed to do.
Yep. Yeah. Is there a social event this week? Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, of course. Bentley Social will be kicking off there from about 1 o'clock.
Away days.
It's going to be loads of fun. They're going to have a cheeky little raffle there, and all proceeds will go to the AFLW program. So,
nice. Yep.
I don't know how that would work, but I'm thinking I wouldn't mind us sponsoring an AFLW player.
That'd be good.
So I reckon we'll chip away at it, and when we've got enough money to sponsor one of the girls, that'd be unreal. So just going to be lots of fun. It's at a good time slot. So if you're not doing local footy, bring your mates, come have some fun, and then
order some Palmers and let me know if the chips. I'm not letting this go. I'm just not letting this go.
All right, I'll get RJ. I'll prove it to you. I'll get it on video. RJ just addressing the Sad Sainter and say, mate, don't worry, the chips are on the side.
And then when next time I do go, I expect it to be on the side.
That's it. So get down. It's going to be lots of fun. Always is. And if you, make sure you just bring mates.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have mates, come make some new ones.
Yeah. I think final thing from me would be to keep an eye on my socials. I'm going to do a bit of a day in the life of me exploring Launceston.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A bit of a
first stop is I just need to find out if these monkeys are real.
Slog.
Did you know they have monkeys in the park? They have monkeys.
Yeah, I've been there.
I think yeah. I still think it's fake. I think it's the thing they tell tourists.
It's weird. It's like there's a zoo just in a park.
Yeah, so that's my first stop. But I'm going to be doing a little vlog. My first ever.
It was a gift from the Japanese. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah,
I like those little
we need to get
stories, you know.
we need to get Soz to see whatever, because it was an exchange, I think.
Yeah, I remember
reading
Tokyo.
Yeah, it was like an exchange. They gave him like wombats or something, some Australian animal.
Yeah,
and so we need Soz to go explore that.
Connect the dots. Yeah, there you go. But have fun. The Tassie, get good apple cider, sparkling apple juice.
Yeah, yep.
Sparkling apple juice is Coda down there.
Scallop pie.
I had one of them that was a bit weird.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I like having the local thing.
Yeah, I gave it a crack.
Yeah.
I gave it a crack. But
it's not my cup of tea, though. No.
I'm trying to think. Good fish and chips.
Good fish and chips. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not in Launceston. The Hobart's good.
I'm not going all out Hobart just to try their fish and chips.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sure you'll have a hoot, mate.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Well,
The ground looks sick.
that's what
actually.
I mean. Do you want to know the honest reason why I'm going? Is I hate watching Tassie games on TV. That's why I was like, all right, I'm going to go this year
That's
if we're
fair.
playing there.
That is really fair.
That's a good reason.
yeah.
But it looks imperial. It's like a castle. It's sort of like you're in Shanghai.
Yeah. Hopefully less food poisoning.
Yes.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, no scallop pies, boys.
Yeah. Well, should we end off on a bit of a prediction? We don't really do those very often. But
Saints by. Oh, nah. I reckon King is kicking 6 goals too.
woofed. So no score, just you kick him 6
Actually-
goals too.
Talking about stats, sorry to trail off. Did you see Marshall's clearances?
He was the man.
I didn't know
For a
what's the...
ruckman, it was like 7
He's the
or
man.
like led the clearances. Yeah.
All right, so what you're saying is get that blazer ready. He's taking it.
He is.
Go on, watch out.
That was his All-Australian game.
Yeah.
Coming in one leg against Cherry, who in the preseason manhandled him, and Marshall dominated him.
Yeah.
10 minutes into the first quarter, Marshall's resting up forward because Hayes is there.
Yeah.
That was marvellous.
I'm going to go, I reckon, if he plays, because, it's for certainty, Ari's going to get 2 50-metre bombs. And we're going to win by 3 goals,
Nice.
I reckon.
3 goals?
3 goals.
Ugh.
Yeah, look, I'm a sad saint for a reason.
That's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
That'd be
Gocsy, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
What's you got a
I
prediction?
reckon, 15, 16 point. Yeah,
Yeah.
so around 3. Yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
just
thanks for-
I don't trust us to kick 3 more goals. I reckon we'll have like 2-5 more than them or something. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, everyone,
Yeah, it
to
was
another
fun.
lovely episode of the Sad Saintered Love Podcast.
Hey, boys.
Good stuff.
We're at the Park Lane Cafe. How nice is this joint?
It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
The food menu, the options, the menu looks good. This
does.
is a place that would put chips on the side
Yeah.
as well.
I don't live down this way, so I haven't been here during the day, but I've had a dream that I ordered a really nice oat latte,
Yeah.
and I woke up really happy that day. So there's my review.
If you want to feel, you don't need to go to New York. If you want to get into Central Perk, just come down to Park Lane and at Clarendon Street, South Melbourne. It's the bomb.
Easy. No worries. Catch us next week.
Up the Saints.